What if I told you that some of the biggest disasters in history didn't happen because of evil plans, but because someone made a simple mistake, a wrong decision, or ignored a warning, and in seconds, the world changed forever? Imagine being the person who pressed the wrong button, signed the wrong order, or dismissed the one message that could have saved millions. This is the story of the most dangerous mistakes in history, the kind that still affect your life today. It starts in 1914. A driver takes a wrong turn in a quiet street in Sarajevo. Inside the car is Archduke Franz Ferdinand, a man whose death would trigger World War I. The assassin wasn't even supposed to see him again that day, but because of that one wrong turn, the car stops right in front of him. Shots are fired, and within weeks, the world is at war. Over 16 million people die, all because of a navigation mistake. Fast forward to 1986. Inside a nuclear power plant in Ukraine, engineers are running a test, but they ignore safety rules. They push the reactor beyond its limits, and then someone presses a button that should have shut everything down. Instead, it triggers a massive explosion. The Chernobyl disaster releases radioactive material across Europe. Entire cities are abandoned, thousands die, and the effects are still felt decades later, all because of human error and overconfidence. Now imagine being in a control room during the Cold War. Tensions are high. Nuclear war could begin at any moment. One night in 1983, Soviet officer Stanislav Petrov sees a warning on his screen. It says the United States has launched nuclear missiles. Protocol says he must report it immediately, which could trigger a full-scale nuclear retaliation. But something feels wrong. He hesitates. He trusts his instinct instead of the system and decides it's a false alarm. He was right. It was a satellite error. If he had followed orders, nuclear war might have started that night. Sometimes the biggest mistake is trusting machines too much. Then there's 1999. NASA launches a spacecraft called the Mars Climate Orbiter. Everything seems perfect until it suddenly disappears. Engineers later discover the cause. One team used metric units, another used imperial units. A simple failure to convert measurements caused a $125 million spacecraft to burn up in Mars' atmosphere. A tiny mathematical oversight. But not all mistakes happen in labs or war rooms. Some happen in hospitals where a wrong diagnosis can cost lives in seconds. Studies show that medical errors are among the leading causes of death worldwide, proving even experts are not immune to simple mistakes. And then there are the decisions made by leaders' choices that seem small at the time but lead to massive consequences. Like ignoring intelligence warnings before major attacks or underestimating threats that later spiral out of control. History is filled with moments where one decision, one delay, or one misjudgment changed everything. So what makes these mistakes so dangerous? It's not just the error itself. It's the scale of impact. A single human action can ripple across countries, across generations, affecting millions of lives. And the truth is, these weren't evil masterminds. They were ordinary people, engineers, drivers, officers, just like anyone else. Which raises a terrifying question. If they could make these mistakes, what about us? Every day we make decisions. Some small, some big. Most seem harmless. But history shows that even the smallest mistake at the wrong time in the wrong place can change the world forever. Next time you think a small error doesn't matter, remember, some of the biggest disasters started with someone saying, "It'll be fine."